Welcome to the Next Level of Horror podcasts. This is the place where ghouls, ghosts, and other creatures of the night are all welcome. There is no turning back now. You are in our sights. Your hosts, Jason and Craig, will fill you with great discussions, movie reviews, trivia, and fear of the dark. So sit back, turn out the lights, and pray for daylight. This is Retro Ghoul.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes, I do understand, Sam. Thank you for telling me. All right, so back with, I guess, what would be our third episode of Retro Ghoul. Yeah, we are. We're doing okay. Once again, Craig, Jason, we are going to be discussing, possibly briefly, hopefully adhering to the conversation, movies that generally find their way into top 10 lists of horror films all the time that we don't think deserve to be there. Now, and to be clear, this is not in any way to say they're not good movies. I just don't, my thoughts are they are movies that are given too much credit. Like they're not that great. They're not that original. They just happen to be noticed at the right time.
Yeah.
Once again, not saying anything bad about them. The people who did them, I'm sure, cared very much about them, especially for like the horror genre. You kind of have to care about it in order to make it. Like you're not 9 times out of 10, unless you're a big studio, you're not setting out to make money. That's not like if it happens, cool, but chances are it's not gonna.
True. Yeah.
So it's well, again, if this comes across as like shitting on anybody's fucking baby, not the intention. Just more a matter of maybe holding things to a little bit more account than they have been held.
Yeah, that's one way to say it.
I mean, just to be clear, it's not a mean-spirited thing. Mm-hmm. Although I do have some pretty mean-spirited fucking thoughts about some of the movies. Craig, if you want to fire off with one, and we'll just back and forth it from here, I guess.
All right, I'm going to start with my biggest one, Eraserhead. I don't know how it became iconic. I really don't. Like, so many people were obsessed with that movie, and it to me, like, it wasn't horror. You can't even really understand what's going on. So, like, it was a waste of 90 minutes of my time.
That's a hard one for me. It's not even. I like David Lynch a lot, which is that's the thing, though. That's like what I was saying with the intro is that there's a lot of movies, there's a lot of directors that are given leeway because of who they are. And don't get me wrong, Eraserhead. For me, it's disturbing because it's a nightmare. It's a dream on film. And it doesn't. It honestly, it makes sense. You could break it down 1,000 different ways. Even Lynch said while he was still alive that he would never tell you what any of it meant.
Yeah, it
was just it is a dream. But does it deserve to be listed? I mean, like there's other movies that have done dream type shit and done it better. I mean, fucking there's anime, the Perfect Blue. There's an anime movie that fucking did it really well, There's all kinds of films. I mean, shit, you could argue Inception had more of a solid plot, but still covered the dream drops and shit. I mean, granted, there was a linear story, and Eraserhead wasn't. I mean, there is one of the things with Eraserhead is it's supposed to be like the fear of impending fatherhood in the form of the weird little bird baby that was falling apart under its wrap and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which, once again, though, that's some nightmare fucking imagery. That's the dream about losing your teeth in the form of a baby,
Yep.
I don't, like, I agree with its importance. I do also agree that it definitely shouldn't be in a top 10 list of fucking horror. It just shouldn't be. This is not, again, not talking shit. You cannot argue that it was visionary. You cannot argue that it did not accomplish the artsy sort of dreamlike quality, and it does. It's the movie for anybody who comes across this and hasn't seen it. It will leave you feeling unsettled.
Yeah,
like it is an unsettling film.
I think that's what did it for me. Like, it was unsettling, and I didn't it took me a little while to figure out that it was a dream, but like it's still, I don't know, something about it just like it doesn't interest me at all. Like, not that I love it or hate it, I just don't see it deserving to be in a top 10 of anything.
Right, but that's even what you just said. Like the fact is of knowing that it's not even a dream. It wasn't presented as a dream. It's presented as a movie. But if you watch it thinking about dream imagery, then it's the only thing it can be. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare about inadequacy.
Yeah.
All the way through. Like every fucking part of it is a nightmare about inadequacy. Which once again, unsettled and disturbing, absolutely. Horror, fuck no, and definitely shouldn't be in a top 10 list. So yeah. Right away, agree with that shit.
Absolutely.
So if we're going straight off the bat with the ones we really don't fucking get, though, one of the ones that I've seen pop up over and over and over again, especially on social media and TikTok and like people referencing it as like the most disturbing movie and blah blah blah. Megan is fucking missing. Megan is missing. That is just some weak sauce fucking bullshit. Like I don't.
It is.
There are flashes at the end, and yeah, it's people argue, well, it's like a low budget thing that it shows the effects of the internet and blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. It's not that good. It's not a good movie. Like the fuck, I don't give a shit about any of the characters in it. They don't matter to me. The chick, like in it, like they show a brief flash of her in a barrel dissolving. Okay, yeah, that's a fucking horrendous fate. I've seen better horror movies though.
Yeah.
That's like all the horror is in the last like 10 minutes of it, and you can argue the slow burn shit, which I'm not a big slow burn fan to begin with.
No.
But if you're gonna do it, there's better ways to do it. That movie gets way too much fucking credit. Again, despite how vehemently I feel, I know there are people that like it. Your taste or your own. Congratulations. I'm just saying, there's fucking way better out there. It shouldn't be on any list anywhere.
Yeah.
Not even just a top movie, period. Like it's showing the dangers of the internet. Cool. It's a fucking G.I. Joe PSA. You know, it's not I don't know. It just isn't good. Fucking shit. I would argue that D. Snyder flick was fucking better for that.
Oh, Strangeland?
Yeah. Like honestly, like if you're gonna talk about meeting somebody online and shit going bad, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a movie that'll keep you watching. It's fucking weird, but I like it.
It is.
Megan is missing, on the other hand. It's just a build up to shit that you saw coming the whole time, and like that you got a flash of a chick in a barrel.
Yeah.
You know, and don't get me wrong, horrible fate to meet, terrible fucking outcome for everybody involved in it, but what the fuck, guys? It's not good. It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have some strong feelings about that. On top of that, though, in all honesty, like you're mentioning Strangeland, right? That is the only. Has D. Snyder been in other movies outside of a guest appearance in Pee-wee?
I think so.
I can't think of the fucking thing he's been in. I mean, he may have, but I'll tell you what, he stood the fuck out in that movie. He was great.
Yeah.
He was good at it, man. This big hulking behemoth of a fucking body modification guy who just wanted to inflict body modification torture on others.
Yeah.
And again, to point out the Megan is missing thing, he did it by finding them online. And then just fucking making friends with them and luring them in and doing some nasty fucking shit to him. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not, you don't have to have like a gore payoff for me to enjoy a horror movie. It just has to be a well thought out story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is not to say I don't appreciate gore too. Obviously I do. But it is not the main focus for me. And then back to Megan is missing, there's neither. There's no good story and there's no fucking gore. There's no payoff. There's never a payoff. It's a build, and like one of the descriptions I've seen in some lists is like, if you want a movie that instills you with dread, it fucking didn't at all. No part of it instilled me with dread. It's telegraphed. You see it all coming. You know where it's going, and that's like, but that's the point. It's the slow build, and you can't stop it. Yeah, you can. Find another fucking movie to watch because this one sucks.
Yeah. I don't know.
Spirited topic.
I did. My next one would honestly have to be Paranormal Activity. The first time I watched it, it got me, but then as, you know, I went on, I was like, how is this fucking popular as it is? You know what I mean? Like, why is this movie making like waves at the theaters? Like, it's a bunch of noises and stomping around, and you know, like, it doesn't deserve to be anything, even though it's kind of good, but it does not belong in any top 10.
I feel like that's the answer. Like that's why it did as well as it did. It was a micro budget film put together. It made the studio a fortune. So suddenly they like any advertising they put into it was all they made money off all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not wrong. It's not. It isn't a bad movie. But then again, like I said, none of these are actually bad movies.
Yeah.
They're just not deserving of the credit they get. I feel like a lot of credit that Paranormal Activity got came from the fact that it was cheap. It was a low budget flick that was put together. I mean, the fact is, if you look at it for what it is, and you're a horror fan,
yeah,
there is no way you watch that movie and you don't hate that fucking dude all the way through it. There's just no way. Like the shit going on, he's like, I'm gonna fucking film it.
yeah,
it's the dumbest fucking shit. It's a stupid premise for a fucking story. It's cool what it turned into. I mean, they kept making sequels and they sort of expanded the mythos and they made it a bigger thing. But like the initial kickoff, you're right. It doesn't deserve the credit that it gets. It's, again, not a bad movie.
Yeah.
Just doesn't deserve the level of fucking love.
Mm-hmm.
The sequels weren't bad.
No, they weren't.
When they pulled together some of this extended storyline and they managed to push it forward and turn it into this like time spanning fucking thing, and like there was a base behind it. It became kind of cool. It suddenly made the other parts better. But the initial kickoff, getting the credit, it's giving something a lot of credit because it sparked a movement. I understand that, but saying that it's a good movie is a stretch. It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
It's everybody. It's one of the. It's like Scream says. Everybody zigs when they should have zagged. You go up the stairs instead of out the fucking door, and so forth. None of it would have happened if the dude hadn't been a fucking moron.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, good call. Paranormal Activity is a great call. Yeah. Okay. So off from that, have you ever heard of a movie called Lake Mungo?
No, I have not.
All right, Lake Mungo, Australian horror flick, or at least I think it's Australian. I've only seen it a couple of times. I tried to figure out why people like it so much. It sucks. It's not... Again, this is a movie where it's sort of a slow burn build. It's the basic premise is that a family has lost their daughter on like vacation, or she leaves or something. Like, I care so little about this fucking story or the characters in it. I don't even, I didn't pay attention. I tried to. Like I said, I tried to rewatch it because I must have missed something. Too many people like it. I got to be wrong. I wasn't wrong. It's a boring fucking story. It's another one of those things that doesn't pay off until the last fucking part of it, and the payoff is so fucking weak. It's just totally. It's like watered down mayonnaise on a fucking. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no flavor to it. There's no fucking punch. It's just shit. And I would. Explain the twist, but I'm afraid that like somebody, if they happen to come across this, may be interested. Go watch it and go in not expecting anything. And my suspicion is by the time you get to the end of it, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck was that bullshit?" It is a family being visited by the spirit of their missing and or possibly dead daughter. That is the best way I know how to put it, and it's so fucking weak. It's just bad. It's not like the acting's good. It's the story. The story is fucking shit. And it's one of those movies that pops up all the time and surprising found footage horror and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's not surprising. It's crappy. It's really fucking crappy. But then again, we've discussed that before too. The idea that like the found footage films became this like big push from every studio.
Yeah.
Redo Blair Witch. Make us a fucking fortune off of $10. You know? I don't know. It kind of screwed everything up, I think. Again, personal opinion though. If you're a Lake Mungo fan, cool. I don't know why you are, but cool.
This one is bound to start a fucking riot. I'm not even gonna lie. But I've said it several times. Lost Boys. It's like Twilight of the 80s. I mean, we just lost subscribers.
Yeah, here's the. I love the Lost Boys for the time.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, like one of them blew up into a glitter bomb. You know what I mean? Like that's a fucking. It's at least he blew up. I mean, that beats the shit out of modern vampires. There was that. Like he hit holy water and he was like, "Nope." Cool. Very cool. Thank you for doing it. I don't like the glitter blood. I'm not cool with that shit, but you did it. Yeah. And maybe it wasn't on purpose. Maybe it was just the best way to get to show up on camera at the time. It's not like it happened to all of them. I don't recall it happening when fucking, what's his name from Freaked and Bill and Ted's when he died.
Yeah.
Shit, what is his name? Alex something.
Alex
Winter?
Yeah, Alex Winter.
Yeah, okay. So, like, him, like, when he popped up, I don't recall anything bad. Like, he just died. He blew up. But then they explain later, some of them blow up, some of them go up in a flame, some of them just crumble to dust. Like, saying all the different ways they can do it. And, yeah, but one of them, apparently, if he hits holy water, just fucking sprays out glitter. That's weird. It's fucking weird.
Yep.
And there was some pretty boy shit kicking off there, but I feel like that was sort of intentional, though. Like, it was, I don't know. I have a hard time with this one because, like I said, I've got nostalgia wrapped around the movie. And it did, honestly, the kill scene with the fucking boneheads at the beach, all the people down there when they first get to show him what he is or what he turned into. It's a pretty fucking brutal scene. It was done in flashes, but for the time, it was pretty brutal.
It is?
I mean, they say he straight pulled a guy's head back and just bit into his scalp. You know, he bit into his skull.
Like, I'm not even saying I don't like it, but like the fact that you can't hide that there was like glitter bombs and stuff like that. Like, even if it was a great movie, I don't see it honestly being like in the top 10 of anything.
It should.
If it would be anything, it would probably be like, obviously, like vampire movies. That's probably where it would come out on top.
If you specify top vampire movies, I feel like it could probably land in there, but even then it has to go up to some, like, it would have to beat out some pretty big shit. I mean, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, just for the fact that it was Gary Oldman, would beat pretty much anything. And then for that matter, any of the other more recent reputation, like the Nosferatu, the most recent one, it was fucking good.
Yeah.
And then for that matter, all the original, I mean, like, I don't know that it would make a top 10 vampire movies. Fucking Fright Night was badass.
Yeah.
Fright Night, even Fright Night 2 was fucking great.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with Fright Night. I just feel like, that's kind of campy. Like, I would see, like, an 80s movie, like, Lost Boys is like, they were trying to take themselves pretty seriously, other than, like, the Frog Brothers, Yeah.
Well, there was also when you look at the way in which vampires were treated up until, really some of the comedy attempts with the vampires and shit like that, they were treated as beasts, monsters, disgusting things, right? Yeah. Not all the way through. Obviously, there was the romance elements that popped up with the Hammer horror shit, like Dracula being, whatever. Cool. But most of them were still treated as ultimately monsters. The undead, the fucking, like, the reason why the sunlight burns you is because God has turned away from you. You are fucking. And that was the one thing, like the Lost Boys, they sort of tried with the makeup effects because, their eyes would turn yellow and they'd have the prosthetics attached and, they look angry. Yeah. But if you compare that to the way Jerry Dandridge looks when he fucking vents out in Fright Night, nothing. He's a fucking monster.
Absolutely.
I do feel like Lost Boys also sort of opened the door for Twilight, and that's an unforgivable thing.
Yeah.
There's no way you can, what am I, Bella? Shut up, bitch. It's not even, what, that's cool. I understand you're far away from home and you're sad, but this fucking 150-year-old serial killer right here, you're a teenager. That's gross, dude. This is a pedophilic relationship. That is nasty.
There's a lot of against this in every state, sir.
Well, something like that, dude. He's shining when the sunlight hits him. You know what? Tell the other, like, human guy who's warm to just, like, fucking slather some KY and go stand in the sun. You get the same effect. Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole, I can't, now Twilight could be its whole own episode. It was, Jesus. I fucking hate Twilight.
Absolutely.
But either way, I get why the Lost Boys would definitely be on an undeserving as far as horror goes. Not vampires. On vampires, it may very well break the top 10. I think it might not also. I'm not 100% on that. I'd have to look at it.
Yeah. That's the point I'm at. I'm not saying it's, like, terrible. I'm not saying, like, I absolutely hate it. I just don't see why it's so popular. Like,
I think the answer is nostalgia. There's a lot of us.
I think that's what it came down to, because like it was such a big movie at the time that like when you think of the '80s, you think of things like Lost Boys.
Oh,
you know?
Absolutely. And Kiefer Sutherland was fucking great. I mean, as David, he was amazing. And even fucking their dad, the guy who was wanting to date his mom, whatever, Max was fucking great. He was good. He was like the first time you saw that movie, it was a reveal. It was surprising, you know?
Yeah.
And also, of course, we have by the way, this is at this point 30-something-year-old movie, is that right?
I think so, yeah.
30 coming up. All right, so 30, maybe older. The end, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to give you a spoiler warning because fuck you should have seen it by now. The grandpa, the one thing I've always hated, all the goddamn vampires. See, like that line was fucking hilarious. That was great.
Yeah.
But no, not a top 10 horror. You're right. Should not be a top 10 horror.
Yeah.
Possibly just a movie, but not a horror.
Yeah. This is easy.
Let's see, how far are we into this? You want to take a quick break and we'll come back and finish out our list?
Absolutely.
All right, good times.
Ooh.
You don't really know much about Halloween witchcraft. The last great one took place 3,000 years ago when the hills ran red. Halloween, the dead might be looking in. Stop it! The world's going to change tonight, Doctor. Happy Halloween.
Halloween 3. Season of the Witch. The night no one comes home. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
This is One Tough Video Game. Fester's Quest is one tough video game with sinister lasers, deadly traps, hideous monsters, and spooky graphics. But if you make just one mistake, you start all over again. Fester's Quest, the video game from Sunsoft for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Are you good enough?
All right, we're back.
And we're back. So, if the commercials or whatever just happened has distracted you, we left off on the Lost Boys, and now it's back over to me. That was Craig's. I've got one that, if you're a film nerd or you consider yourself to be a film sort of person, you might automatically have given this movie credit because of who it was directed by, whereas I did the exact opposite. Because of who it was directed by, I automatically shat on it. Lars von Trier, Antichrist. The movie has some really good actors. And like, Willem Dafoe's fucking great. He's good in everything he's in. You could put him in anything and he is fucking good because he's Willem Dafoe. He's going to be good. That's the only praise I can give it. Other than that, it's a piece of shit. It's garbage. It pops up all the time as in like these traumatic and horrendous movies. And yeah, it is, because the entire thing is nothing but shock value.
Yeah.
It's not like the storyline, like people talk about it like it's this deep thing, and it's fucking not. It's not deep. It's shit. It is a garbage movie.
Yeah.
It was done to be surprising and basically rude. It's the equivalent of a kid farting and throwing it at you. That's all it is. It is an absolute garbage fucking movie.
Yeah.
Everything that happens in it has been done better in other movies with more purpose. That I would actually go that far.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If you've seen Antichrist, there's, fucking, I'll ruin it for you because you shouldn't be watching. It's a piece of shit movie. If you've seen Antichrist, there's a scene at the end of it where, what's her name? Charlotte Ginsburg, I want to say. I'm not 100%. The wife is basically has full-on spiraled out of control because of the previous events in the movie and smashes her husband's tucked in with a fucking rock. Just smashes the fuck out of him, jerks him off, and he blasts blood everywhere as opposed to coming. And that's like supposed to be some deep meditative fucking thing. It's not. Go watch fucking Necromantic.
Yeah.
Right, there you go. Fucking happened there in the fucking 80s, and it was done way weirder. And you know what? Necromantic was a fucking shock value film. They knew what they were fucking doing, so that's what they did. Lars von Trier, on the other hand, had a fucking bad month with his girlfriend or some shit and made the most garbage fucking misogynistic fucking piece of shit movie I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I'm not big into calling people misogynists. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is whether or not you recognize it. And I will say, to his credit, he did say later in interviews, I was in a very bad place in my life at the time. My girlfriend had just broken up with me. Like if that was, if I recall, that's his words. And the thing is, if you know that, you know he said that, cool. At least he fucking said it. Cool. I really do. I'm not joking about that. I appreciate the fact that he said it. Yeah. But after he said it, you watch it, you're like, oh my fucking God, this brat. Holy shit, buddy. Maybe next time get a beer and watch some fucking movies or some shit. Don't make them. Because this is fucking terrible. I could go on about that for another hour. Like, that's how much I fucking hate that movie. I think one of the problems is, too, is I expected more because of Willem Dafoe and because of, I want to say it's Charlotte Gainsbourg. I can't remember. I know I've seen her in other stuff, and I always like her. She's good at what she does. And my guess is they probably jumped at a chance to work with him because he is an auteur. He is, he's known in the industry. He's probably done good stuff. I've never watched Melancholia. That looked like it was probably pretty good. You know? Yeah. So I don't, once again, back to how this show started. I am sorry for my vehement distaste for this movie because people might like it. Maybe you got something better out of it. And you know what? When he made it, he wanted to make it.
Yeah.
There are people that enjoy it, and I do not want to tell you you're fucking wrong. It's your taste. If you liked it, you liked it. I've seen too many fucking horror movies and too many films like it to enjoy it. It was so... You know what's fucked up? The weirdest way to put it? It was mean-spirited. And I know that's a weird way to break it down, but if you watch the Terrifier movies, yeah, they're fucking gory. The kills are over the top, and it's fucking just crazy, but it's not mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not... It's like... It's a horror movie in the purest form of a slasher horror movie.
Yeah.
It is literally just how bad can this fucking kill be and why. We'll figure out the reason for it later.
Yeah.
That is something it serves its purpose. Whereas Antichrist, it was just fucking mean for no fucking real reason.
Yeah.
That's all. So yeah, that sums up that. I could go off and on, but I'm literally going to talk in circles. Just saying, it's going to keep coming back to the same thing. It's just fucking mean-spirited for no good reason.
All right, what's the next one? Stigmata.
I don't know about this one. Okay, well, no, all right, I can see why. No, please go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me. You know what I mean? Like, the mood of it was... I get it. She's like possessed or whatever else is going on, but the mood of the movie is so depressing. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to me. It's like you get sad watching that movie and what happens to her. But man, I don't think it deserves to be in a top 10 for that reason. Isn't it? I know there's horror scenes, but I see it as more of a spirituality movie and just done on the other end. Yeah,
I will say that I liked the thought behind it, that it was the idea that there's one of the Dead Sea Scrolls had another directive in it altogether, which is that denied the idea of organized religion. It was just under, what was it? The whole thing was where any two people are gathered in my name to speak, that is church. That was the base behind it, which that to me was that's a powerful thought. It's an important message, especially for Christianity. You know what I mean? That is literally the idea that there's a possession for a holy reason, but it's coming out in unholy ways.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. But the fact is, there's more of a religious lean to that movie than there is a horror lean. And it was definitely advertised as horror.
It was.
You know,
and like I said, some scenes are wow, this could be horror, but then you go back to the movie and it's all right, there's nothing going on, and then you get back to the movie again and it's oh man, she's stuck to the wall. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's a dead-on description. There is Patricia Arquette, though. It was great to see her.
Yeah,
it's wonderful to see her and shit.
Yeah.
I did like, and was it Gabriel Byrne or am I thinking about End of Days?
I don't know.
Well, fuck me. I guess that should tell you something about the time period that movie came out, because there was a bunch like it. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
There was like End of Days was a Schwarzenegger action movie, except for End of Days is actually more of a horror movie than action. It really is. You would have expected it because it was Arnold Schwarzenegger, so they advertised it as action.
Yeah.
They cut it that way too. From my understanding, there was a bunch of shit that was filmed that never made it in. That was because it made it too horror.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, we're sidetracking. Back to film. Yeah, no, that's fair. It was. I liked the message behind it, but you're right. It was definitely more spiritual than it was horror.
Yeah.
And it was definitely advertised as horror. There was definitely better that came out during the time too.
Yeah.
Well, again, there was a bunch that came out like that, like End of Days, Stigmata. There was the one with Winona Ryder in it with there was the Antichrist. I can't remember what it was called. It was like she was one of the main characters, and then there was another one with Renee Zellweger around the same time, Case something or other, where she was a caseworker who it turns out the family had the Antichrist.
Oh, wasn't it like Case 9 or something?
39, Case 39?
39.
Yeah. So many of those movies came out at the same time.
Yeah.
There was one with the people going down south and like the biblical fucking like the bayou turned to blood and like there was a swarm of locusts and shit because once again, Antichrist.
Yeah.
Like there was a shitload of those movies.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Just alone off of that, how many movies came out the same way at the same time? Definitely doesn't deserve to be topped in anything.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how you define topped. I'd say it can be topped pretty hard and probably needed. But, hey, while we're on the subject, I do have one more. This is, God, I'm shitting on the same director twice. The House That Jack Built. All right, so did you ever watch it? You've seen clips on it.
Like, I watched it, but like I was a million miles away too because it didn't seem interesting to me. Like,
that was another it was mean spirited with flashes of mean spirited bullshit. It was describing it as horror is not accurate. It wasn't fucking horror. It was something else. It was a stroll through a psychopath's fucking mind, but not with any real explanation. Even though he's talking the entire time to an off-camera version of his own psyche. There's nothing really delivered on any of it, which is like people acted like it was this, oh, it's graphic and it's gruesome and it's horrible. And it's like, dude, literally could name like 10 better fucking movies that do the same thing. Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Yeah.
Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Yeah.
Less of a budget, done better by actors who gave a shit. And this is not to shit on Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon's fucking great. I once again am doing this to shit on Lars von Trier. He doesn't, man. Now I feel fucking bad. Maybe I do just hate him. I would like to say that I don't, but like honestly, he's got a weird fucking vision for shit that I guess some people would argue that I don't get it.
Yeah.
But I think I fucking do. I think I might get it better than they do. Like he's just a dick.
Yeah.
Like, his version of shit, like the House that Jack Built, is like his imaginings of a fucking psychopath. A sociopathic killer running around doing what he wishes in the form of elevating murder to art or whatever.
Yeah.
No, none of it makes any fucking sense. It's just, you're just showing brutal, stupid shit to show brutal, stupid shit. It goes back to the shock value crap. You know, the part he gets a mother and her adolescent children to run through a field while he picks them off with a sniper rifle. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
Like, the Saw shit was better than that.
Yeah.
They're at least more entertaining, that's for sure. And fuck, they made that shit up as they went. Every fucking kill was made up on the spot. They were just like, hey, you know what we need to do? Put a tape in his stomach.
Yeah.
We get the sequel. Whereas you thought the shit out, and this is the best you could do. Matt Dillon talking to an off-camera version of his own psyche and still not explaining a fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's Lars von Trier. I just don't like it. There are other people that could have taken the budget and taken the recognition and run with it. They could have taken that story and done amazing things with it. Matt Dillon is a good actor. He's good in everything that he's in. Fucking, it wasn't his fault. It was the direction and what he was told to do with it.
Yeah.
Or at least, once again, this is...
Yeah, it's... Yep. I got one more too, and mine I really couldn't get into Hostel. Like,
Mhm.
it was like torture porn. It's not even horror to me. Like, yeah, I mean, people die and everything, but like, I don't know. It brought a sense of reality into it instead of just like being some, you know what I mean? Like, as I said
I
before,
thought the
like,
second part was better than the first, which is interesting.
yeah,
I get what you're saying. I do, actually. I liked Hostel because at the time, first off, I liked Eli Roth a lot. After I saw Cabin Fever, I was like, fuck it, I'm a fan. And then I saw that, 2001 Maniacs.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? And then, like, I saw that, and I was like, shit, he's just a guest appearance here, and he's still fucking great. And either way, and then Hostel was a time period thing, is what it was. It was Japanese extreme horror and some of the underground shit had already existed for a long time leading up to that. Yeah, that was the first real foray into the mainstream audience's ability to see a movie like it. The torture porn shit, like, basically, like you were saying, it's literally a flimsy premise set up to show some really nasty shit.
yeah,
And I mean, in that vein, it accomplishes its goal.
yeah, and it's you know what I mean. Like, obviously, I can watch like Art the Clown kill anybody and like be fine with it, but
Right.
watching someone get tortured until they die is really like, especially when they make it look so real, you know.
Which is that's the other thing about it too. Like, I mean, some of the stuff that you're seeing happen, you're seeing it. I think we discussed this on one of our previous episodes. The idea, like, one of the things that attracted me to horror when I was younger had a lot to do with the not the good ending. I don't know, maybe it's the general feel of my childhood and thinking that good things could still happen out of bad situations. Like, good people will live, bad people will be punished, but maybe bad people too, depending upon whether or not they're smart enough and they can find the right way to get forgiven or whatever the argument is. Like, the horror movies I grew up with weren't so fucking bleak.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not saying that bleak horror doesn't serve a purpose, but I will say, like, the horror movies that popped out in the 70s, once again, a time period in our country where things were pretty fucking dark. Like, people were not happy with anything going on. You had shit like The Omen and Exorcist, and, like, you had all kinds of shit popping up that didn't have good endings, because horror is reflective of a climate, you know? And then in the 80s, maybe there's some kind of hope for things, so the horror movies coming out, suddenly you started having, like, silly comedy horrors popping up with the same effort was put into it, but it was just fucking funny. Or, for that matter, horror where it's like, look at Night of the Demons. I've mentioned it multiple times. Like, people always talk about the fact that the black guy dies first. Not in that movie. That dude fucking lived. Him and one little white girl lived. Way to go. You know what I mean? Like, they fucking, that shit was what I loved about horror, is I knew that people would get out of it. And then you have stuff like Hostel, where it's like, there isn't a good ending. It's just more horrible shit happening.
Yeah, exactly.
People having to do horrible shit, or even worse, you find out the good people are not good people and never were.
Yeah.
Which people always are, well, that's more realistic. Okay. Is it, though? Like, I know a shitload of people that I don't agree with politically, I don't agree with them on a spiritual level, but I know they're not bad fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, that is not how it would end. Whereas, back to the point.
Yep.
You can tell a lot about society, or at least what's going on in the world, by looking at the way the horror movies coming out at the time are doing.
Yeah.
Or I'm reading way too far into it. That's also a possibility.
I think you're right on it.
Well, if you take like somebody like George Romero, talking about the fact that he didn't really, like, what was the thing about Night of the Living Dead is the original version of it, he didn't really need to know where they came from. That didn't matter.
Yeah.
The fact is, these are the people in this farmhouse secluded, and what would they do in a situation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, pretty bleak. The Tom Savini remake, also pretty fucking bleak.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, Dawn of the Dead, the consumerism, like that was a full-on political thing. Or if not political, at least acknowledgement of the fact that society was not quite behaving the way that they were led to believe would.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get it. I understand. The Hostel I think deserves its place because it was something new for the time. But honestly, Cabin Fever beats it heads and tails for a fucking good horror movie.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Cabin Fever was also a bleak as fuck ending. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't a good ending.
Yeah.
Once again, reflective of the time. I would like to say it's just the horror creators, the people doing the horror, but I don't think that's the case. I feel like there was some kind of... There were so many fucking stupid good endings, I think, that they had to start doing something differently. Like, you look at something like House of a Thousand Corpses, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the House of a Thousand Corpses comes around, that whole thing is nothing but a love letter to fucking Chainsaw.
Yeah.
You know? Like full on, that's what it is. It's a Chainsaw Massacre, we love you, this is what it would be like now.
Yeah.
Like, nothing fucking good happens to anybody in that motherfucker. Not a single, like, even the fucking bad guys don't do good in that one.
Yeah.
You know? Like, nobody,
Yeah.
like, they sort of get away with it, except they don't. You know, like, they go on the run and fucking members die in the second one. I miss the Champion. Like, Army of Darkness was
Yeah.
a silly fucking movie, but it was a great fucking wrap up to the Evil Dead shit.
Yeah, it was.
Added to which the Evil Dead remake, because they couldn't get rights to their own fucking movie. Same thing. Even ending the way that it ended still gave hope. There was hope. Like, he was getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was this action hero dropped in this horror environment. It was cool. It was great to watch it. And then look at the most recent version of it, Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
Again, just fucking so fucking bleak.
Mm.
The whole family gets fucking wiped out, and it gets amalgamated into one monstrous fucking creature. That's something. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fucking creative, but like, can we have a good ending, please? Just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me one good ending for every like 8 horror movies, and I'm good. I can take the most depressing shit if I just have that one shining moment.
Yeah.
I did not realize how like annoyed I was by that until now. Like, I've got a couple of movies that lined up in the library that I haven't even watched yet because I'm afraid they're going to end badly.
Yeah.
I bet nobody lives in this motherfucker. What's the point in getting to like a character just for them to end up fucking toast? Even the bad guys, like I said, even the bad guys. Like, the bad guys, fucking getting to like them and then they die. But occasionally you get a gem like Tucker and Dale, though.
Yeah.
That's just a great fucking movie. That's a wonderful movie all around. Comedy, no comedy, whatever. It's got horror aspects that are perfect and it lampoons it incredibly well.
Yep.
Yeah, so that straight off topic again. Good times, though. I feel like we've done well on this. I would imagine when we do our follow-up for this, because this is part 1 of 2, I think, was our original idea.
Yep.
We will once again be coming back to talk about movies that make top 10 or horror movies that make the top 10 lists all the time that we just don't think deserve it. I feel like we should also, as we discussed on break, maybe on the next one talk about movies we think deserve it more from the same time period.
Yeah.
I feel like we're both knowledgeable enough, and we definitely watch enough of them. We should be able to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. So once again, this was a good evening. It was a good topic. It was a relatively fast conversation.
Yeah, it was. We kept on track this time. We only derailed like once or twice, but we picked it up quick.
Yeah, no.
People were getting it.
The fact is, like, if we kept it under an hour, which, on that note, again, I'm Jason. That's Craig. This is Retro Ghoul, and we will see you hopefully for the follow-up.
Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also find us on Spotify and all other streaming platforms at Retro Ghoul 83.